Hello guys and welcome back to Motorsports Review, and in today's video, that was terrible. Let's do that again. Hello guys and welcome back to Motorsports Review, and today I'm going to be doing my first time actually doing a road trip review of the Dodge Durango. Now, I spoke about the Dodge Durango in the last video, but I've never actually done this. I actually just came up with this over the weekend, but I guess you guys want to see my weekend trip. But let's play the cinematic shot. Boom.
Jammy on the beat, boy.
So back to what I was saying. Could be us.
So Dodge Durango, the car that...
Did I say Camaro? Durango.
So Dodge Durango, yeah, this car, I actually wasn't hoping to be that great, but I was wrong about that. Especially, it surprised me a lot. I mean, to start off, the infotainment screen was very responsive. I didn't expect that because I just thought the screen was very ugly. It's either that Dodge has a terrible photographer, or they didn't do a good job of creating a great image, which that still would be on the photographer's end. Why did the photographer fail to take a picture of the infotainment screen the right way? I mean, it made me not want to buy it because of how ugly it was in the interior. That's what really surprised me about a lot of FCA's cars, is that the fact that when you see them in pictures and when you're on the Building Price website, Durango shocked me a lot. I didn't expect this car to actually be pretty cool. One thing that I did like was the steering wheel. The steering wheel was very impressive. In fact, it almost reminded me of a Challenger, and it also looks like the SRT, but just doesn't say SRT. It's pretty cool. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know anything about cars, they might assume that you're driving an SRT. That's what really impressed me about this car. Is I almost assumed it was an RT, but so we were riding in the Dodge Durango GT. I don't know what GT stands for still to this day, but I hear it a lot. I still wonder what GT stands for, but I'll search that up or maybe have the dictionary on the side. But besides the point, this was a Dodge Durango GT. I'm not sure if it was the Plus model. The GT and the GT Plus look exactly the same, so I couldn't tell. But remember when I mentioned the ugly grille of the Dodge? I think they got rid of that in 2018. So that's really good that Dodge got rid of that a long time ago. I'm just very behind because I just don't care about Dodge. But ever since I started riding in that Dodge, I actually liked it a lot. I mean, the GT may be the lamest Dodge you can buy with a V6, but surely it actually sounds pretty good. I mean, the exhaust isn't everything, and it's not the most high-class exhaust that you can find on the market, but still, it still gives you that performance feel, especially how the vehicle looks too. Now, the front end of the vehicle, you might assume that it's an RT, but just without the RT badge, or in other words, the bootlegged RT. So that grille that's also consistent on the SRT is actually pretty cool, and it's nice having it on the GT. Why does Dodge put a similar grille on their higher, that's similar to their higher end model? Well, you see, the SRT now, it doesn't say Dodge on the thing, it says SRT, but they look exactly the same. But here's the catch. I mean, Dodge Durango models are consistent. They're now consistent with like the same design. They're not so much too unique, right? From each, well, the power is more unique. Everything else is somewhat the same throughout the vehicles. It's not like it's not like a Lamborghini. Even the base model can be like topped out, decked out to being something that looks like the much higher end model, but Dodge kept it a little distinctive. But the real thing that really makes a Dodge unique is the engine. No one really cares about how it looks on the outside and stuff. It's all about the performance. So that might answer your question. Why the hell do they have the same design on a cheaper model car? Because, well, it's not about the design, it's about the power output. And it's really impressive. I mean, one thing that really impressed me was the V6 and how it could do like 500 miles of range. 500 miles of range. Now, I don't know about you, but 500 miles of range is quite a lot. I've never expected that. Well, hybrid can top those numbers, but I never expected that in just a V6 Dodge Durango. I was hoping this thing would be terribly unfuel efficient, but it actually impressed me. I was thinking of the SRT. Maybe that is quite terrible, but compared to other performance SUVs, which there aren't any other performance SUVs that compete against this vehicle, which is surprising. When is Ford gonna step up? So the technology was so impressive, it almost made me say it was better than Ford. Now that's hard to admit for me. I've never thought a company like, especially Dodge, out of all the companies, would actually do really good with technology and the responsiveness of the touchscreen, and especially you got to actually mess around with the gauges. You can actually adjust. You can craft pretty much your own gauge cluster. What do I mean by that? Well, you can select where you want certain information to go, and you can really, configure it a little. It's not like something, you can have full, like change the color and stuff like that, but it was like the little thing that really made it significant in a way. And the amount of fuel, the MPG really just blew my mind. And there's many other features. Like from the touchscreen, you can control the back seat headrest. Now, it did not come with the power folding seats, which I mean, if it had that and it had this feature, that would be totes the most ultimate SUV on the market. But that little thing made it different from the other ones. I mean, big time. I didn't sit in the back seat, so because I just never sit in the back seat. For most of the videos you've seen, I was mostly sitting in the front seat. It was actually a good time. This car really impressed me a lot. I judged this thing so bad. I thought this was gonna be the worst choice, especially because we rented this car, and I thought maybe, you know, it was gonna be terrible. And I was like, Dad, why'd you choose this? But there was no other cars on the lot, so that's what we had to go with. The Durango really impressed me a lot. I just don't have any words for this car because I judge the book by its cover. But hey, everyone makes mistakes in their life.
This really isn't a mistake. This is just a car. They could just get yourself together.
Okay, but still, this car impressed me a lot, and there's also many other features. You guys want to hear more. You guys don't want to hear me ranting about. There's even like I said, the little things just made it so different. Now in the gauge cluster, if you go to the climate controls, you can actually see the little climate icon actually change. I've never seen this actually in a car. So if you turn the fan speed up, there's like, you know, there's little lines on the fan that, you know, they start appearing, right? So as you crank up the fan speed, and the person in the seat actually changes. No, the person in the seats, like the way the air is coming towards the person actually changes in the icon, which is pretty cool. And also in the Dodges, which I like a lot, is the fact that you can actually configure the infotainment screen. What do I mean by that? Well, you can actually put the icons where you really need them, so it's much more convenient to what you're actually looking for, instead of actually just going through screen just to get something. The screen was very small, but this was more of like a base model Dodge, so it wasn't like their higher end vehicles. As I said, I think this may be the GT or the GT Plus, like, but it was like very minimum, like it was the bare minimum in this vehicle, but still it actually impressed me. You don't really get that a lot from vehicles that seem to be the bare minimum, which really impressed me also. Actually, this is the first time I actually started recording at night. Yeah. I mean, there was another video, but I never uploaded that. That was supposed to be like the start of my channel, and that video was very terrible. Man, if you thought the videos before this were bad, you should see that one. But speaking about bad in videos, make sure you guys like today's video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you comment down below what cars do you want to see on the channel. Ooh, maybe you should comment down below that you subscribed, and I'll make sure I respond. Alright? So, yeah, make sure you guys do that. That'd be very nice of you guys. Thank you. But what I also want to say is that this car really impressed me a lot. I've never seen a car, out of all the cars that I've hated, this one actually didn't fall down as hard as those cars did. Like, I still hate Toyota. They're getting better, but that infotainment screen is okay. So yeah, Toyota, you better work on that. But yeah, the Dodge Durango really impressed me a lot, and it is a pretty cool SUV. And it's sad to say this, but it's better than Ford. But yeah, I've said it. Now we're done with the Durango. We talked a lot about the design and stuff like that. Really impressive. But let's talk about my weekend. So for the weekend, it was pretty nice actually visiting a hotel room. And no, I was not sponsored by Dodge, which would have been amazing. But no, I was not sponsored by Dodge. But it was a really fun weekend, and it was the first time I did a road trip review. So yeah, maybe the next road trip review would actually be better. And when I do road trips review, that means I have to actually go on a road trip to review the vehicle. Otherwise, it wouldn't just be as good. So yeah, there was so the hotel room was really nice, as you can see in the video right here. Just remember, I remember waking up, you know, that was the time I was actually walking outside. I did happen to get a video of the car while I was walking out of the hotel room, which was really nice. So yeah, it was a very nice weekend for me. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a good time away from home, but you know, like they say, we always have to come home eventually. It was a very good time that I had, and I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, especially, you know what I mean. But yeah, this is your favorite YouTuber. Thank you for watching today's video. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon. And make sure you comment that you subscribed, and I'll make sure I respond with a pleasant response. And if you give me a terrible response, I'm gonna come hard on you. Alright? So you don't want to get there with me. But anyways, make sure you guys have a nice day. This is Up Beckett on Motorsports Review. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you guys check out the Driven store. I'll also have a link to the equipment that I'm using right now, especially the Sony AX6000, the Rode mic, this ring light, and many other accessories you need to be the next best YouTuber. Potentially, I hope on becoming one of the next best YouTubers, maybe. Like, we're talking Marquise Brownlee level. I hope to get there one day, too. I love cameras, I love tech, I love cars. That's pretty obvious. So, maybe I'll be the next the top of the line car reviewer. Marquise Brownlee in tech. You know what I mean? But just with cars. Yeah, that'd be pretty impressive. Or, you know, what I mean by that is I want to stretch beyond that, not just be at Marquise Brownlee's level, like MKHB's level, but I want to go beyond that. You know what I mean? So we'll get there one day. I'm doing things that most YouTubers that were once at my place weren't doing. So hopefully in the future I'll be doing impressive things that most people wouldn't have done a long time ago. But still, thank you for watching today's video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment down below. Like I said, this is Up Beckett on Motorsports Review. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.